And people that
what
play
you're saying,
what do you mean? What am I'm
so
saying?
what you're saying is, I'm not going to say the joke again, Gene. This is serious. So what you're saying is that the Bible is not a collection of research that
yeah, I'm saying that
and
I think it's much more plausible that what's written in the Bible is man-made and is fabricated by human beings, and that some omnipotent being had no participation in the creation of the Bible.
That's exactly
okay,
right.
so what you're saying is that there is no God.
God's a lie.
It's possible.
God is dead. Everybody masturbate.
It's possible that there's a God, but there isn't any empirical evidence. So I think that it's more plausible that there isn't.
First of all, this was the second fastest intensifying Atlantic hurricane that we have ever seen. We talk about rapid intensification.
But there was a Jesus.
35 miles per hour.
That strongly believed in.
There could have been a Jesus. I think it's more plausible that there was a historical Jesus, but I don't think that Jesus was the literal Son of God, and I don't think Jesus had any magical powers.
Of wind speed in a day.
So what you're saying is that he didn't just reach out, touch people, and then their blindness went away, right?
No, I think that's fabricated.
Of wind speed in just 12
what
hours.
If
here's the storm
they were like given something, maybe some LSD or something, and then it like made them see like images.
Monday afternoon, after rapidly intensifying as a monster.
Maybe Jesus was just a drug dealer.
Okay, Timmy, shut up.
The storm, the atmospheric conditions started to rip the storm up a little bit. Upper level winds or wind shear weakened it to a category 3 by landfall, then into a category 1, and now the storm is no longer officially tropical. It seems like.
So you think that the Jews during Roman times were correct in the sense of preserving their religion? I think all the primary religions are likely not true and are fabricated by human beings in that time period.
Like every single hurricane that's hit the U.S. recently
John.
has rapidly intensified until it hits land. Basically, it's hit at its maximum intensity. Luckily,
do you think if Gen Z wrote a Bible, it would be coherent? We would like be able to tell what they're trying to say, or would it just be skibbity toilet?
Skippity.
Landfall with winds near 120 miles per hour instead of 185 miles per hour. Like
it was a skibbity toilet.
David, I want to talk
Okay, Timmy, shut the fuck up.
about those tornadoes. You know, I think when you think of hurricanes, you don't always think of tornadoes. The ones that emerged on Wednesday. How rare was something like that?
You know, it's not rare.
Atheists have nothing because they believe in nothing. Well, I mean, atheists tend to be better off financially, and you look at the statistics, and atheists in general, there's a correlation between having a higher level of education and being an atheist. There's a correlation between illiteracy and church attendance. So when people sit there and try to claim that atheists have nothing or whatever, or are they're more unethical, they don't have ethics because they don't pander to a religion. I think it's kind of odd that you're not seeing a bunch of atheists commit terrorist attacks. And in areas where there's less religion, there's usually less crime.
Do you think rich people have good ethics, Gene?
Well, they're not necessarily rich. They're usually like middle class. So it depends on the definition of riches.
Rare to see tornadoes from a hurricane.
Like billionaires, like Jeff Bezos. But
no, like
minds.
scientists that make a decent living. Okay. Putting Timmy in timeout.
Whoa.
And also strong tornadoes like we saw
here.
Look at the maps. These are all of the cumulative tornado warnings issued in the state of Florida yesterday. An all-time Florida record, 126 tornado warnings in one day. Out of those, so far we have 38 reported tornadoes. 38. Compare that to Helene, which produced 20 reported tornadoes. And
so, remember the George Floyd riots?
Debbie, another storm that hit the U.S. this year, only produced 5.
We saw in the last live shot with
Oh, so I don't know. It seems like this Mike dude wants to make a bunch of like racist slurs and everything.
That shows how
And
intelligent
the
he
George
is.
Floyd riots were mostly atheists. So where'd you come to that conclusion?
If it
I
was, if
wonder.
it would have been mostly atheists, there would have been like 3 people there.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
And plus, it's like the George Floyd riots happened because a guy was murdered.
Yeah,
By
had
the
nothing to
fucking
do with
police,
religion
so-
at all.
Yeah.
That was not a factor.
But Tom Hansen, the storm has moved on, but you can still see those waves crashing. Talk to us about what people sort of in the southeast region may expect to feel in terms of the after effects, even as it moves out to sea.
Yeah, luckily the storm is really improving or gone.
Well, we're not Democrats and we're not Republicans because,
It's a false
We don't-
dichotomy.
yeah, we don't chill for like
Yeah.
any of the fucking parties. And we think there shouldn't be any fucking parties.
Yeah.
For the hardest hit areas, but the southeastern coast of the east coast of Florida, the coast of Georgia, and South Carolina still dealing with some of the winds from this storm. You can see on the map the tropical storm force wind field is still over 400 miles wide, and it's not that far.
Do you
from
like
the
my
coast. It will
Christmas
continue to
sweater,
move
Gene?
away, but
It says
Yeah.
birthday
with
boy.
winds that strong
It's
and
got
over that larger
Jesus.
area.
Timmy, stop derailing things. Stay on top.